I miss how it used to be. You were the only one that I could see. You know I love you, whatever you do. And you know that I've always got your back. I'm trying to tell you that I miss how it used to be. You were the only one that I could see. You know I love you, whatever you do. And you know that I've always got your back. I'm trying to tell you that I miss you. The way that you sing in the car, like hearing where you are, driving to work or to school, and doing everything you do. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I miss you. I know I've done a lot of bad things to you, but give me one more chance and I will make it up to you. You know it would mean a lot. I'm giving it all that I've got. I'd do anything for you, anything that you want me to. I'm trying to tell you that I love everything about you, and I'd do anything for you, and I miss you. Yes, I miss you. Yeah. Yes, I miss you.
What up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome in. All right, by popular demand and also along with a final card pull and the toss of a card, we are doing a pick a card reading. All right, and my pick a cards are slightly different than everyone else's. And this is a pick a card, pick a car, pick something already reading. However, the decks pick you. All right, so definitely stick around and see how this works out. Hold on, guys. Hang on. Andy's coming. I still have to go down soft. I haven't met my deductible yet, insurance-wise. What up, Andy? What you doing? Hey, Sonia. Sunshine, what's up, Melissa? Cappy Goat. Randy, what up, good sir? Fist bump. Hi, Ashley. What's up? How are you guys? Nicoline's here. What you up to? Hi. Spinny hugs. How's it going, everybody? All right, so by popular demand, we've decided to do a pick a card reading, all right? What's up, Rouge Corner? Welcome, welcome. If you are new here, I'm Archer. It's nice to have you. Welcome. How are you? If you would like to book a personal reading with me or to check out the links to all thing Archer, including the being rebuilt right now Archer Network, all you got to do is scan the QR code. The link's pinned in my bio, TikTok and Instagram, and you can also find it down in the description box and the pinned comment, all right? And then scrolling across the bottom of the screens, we have the new Archer Astrology schedule, so you can subscribe, hang out, and be a part of the fam. Thanks for hyping and liking the reading. And yep, right now we're in an energy that we are doing 3 all signs per week here. That way all 12 signs get 3 readings a week. All right, and the all signs go a little bit longer because I go a little bit deeper, since they technically count as like basically recording 12 individual sign readings just at one time. So definitely subscribe, hang out, be a part of the fam. We love having you here. All right, healed people, heal people. Ms. Abigail, what up, darling? How are you? Welcome in. Sandra, what's up, Sandra? How have you been? Missed you. Hey, Caitlin, what up? Thank you for the rose, Em, and thank you for sharing the live. Thank you to all you guys for liking this, hyping this, tapping the screen, sharing this, and let's just invite everybody in, get everybody healed. It's a thing we do. It's a genre. It's kind of cool. Hi, Jackie. What up, what up? Hi, DM. Thanks for liking the live, too. I love you guys. You're awesome. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pop a timestamp in at 5 minutes, and this is how Archer's Pick a Cards work, okay? So right out of the bat, first thing you got to do is we've got 3 decks to choose from to do a you versus them reading into January of 2026. All right. Hi, Supernova. What's up, Inner Peace Tarot? How have you guys been doing? Hi from Spain. Greetings from the U.S. Oh, thanks, DM. I'm rubber, you're glue. That means you're awesome, too. It's cool. But, okay, so, okay, 525. Anyways, so how my pick of cards work, we have 3 decks tied to 3 cars, okay? So what we have here is the Titanic Tarot. It is hooked up to the Batmobile, all right? I think it's the Michael Keaton Batmobile, which in my case, that's my favorite Batman. What's your favorite Batman? Anyhow, now, hooked up to the Biblical Tarot, which if you do like this Biblical Tarot, check them out. You can follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and everywhere else, all right? You can get your own copy of this deck. I'm one of the few and only tarot readers that's not scared to say the word God, and I tie the Bible into the tarot, all right? That's how we're bringing goodness back. Yep. Them other readers don't know how to act. Yep. Anyways. Anyways, the Biblical Tarot. Now the Biblical Tarot is like, Archer, please don't shout us out anymore. Anyways, it's tied in to my white Jeep, okay? My 3D energetical real chariot, all right? And then we have, just for the heck of it, I popped out. Wait, no, this wasn't in the title card. It was this one. Take 2. All right, see, no edits. We're live. Anyhow, hooked up to the Knight Rider car, K-I-T-T, Kit Freezy reference, is the Rockstar Tarot. This is the one I used to make the title card. I messed up. Anyways, but we're going to use the Rockstar Tarot. It was a gift from Sunshine, all right, when she came up and visited. You guys got to make sure you're subscribed to her. Remember what I was telling you all about? Is that we're working, I got the 100K family members for Christmas. Frankie's going to get them for Valentine's Day. So if you haven't subscribed to Frankie's Tarot, check it out. All right, links in the bios. All right, easy to find on YouTube. 2 words, easy to remember. Same on TikTok. And then Melissa with Sunshine Intuitive Tarot. She's going to be our Easter baby, making it to 1,000 subscribers. All right, so hang out, be a part of the Archer Network, and subscribe and follow all the small digital local business. Support local business. All right, now. So I'm going to give you a few moments. If you actually probably about 7 minutes ago should have already picked intuition. Don't doubt your intuition. Anyhow, I'm going to give you a moment while I hum corny elevator music and let you pick your chariot, all right? Batmobile, white Jeep, Kit. All right? Take your time. Hurry up. Okay. What'd you pick? Don't tell. First rule of pick a card is there are no rules of pick a card. Now for the plot twists. Because oftentimes if our free will, that was, God's reflected back many a times going, what was I thinking that day? Free will was a bad idea. But anyways, when our free will or their free will can often insert good or bad tower card moments in order to keep us on our guided path, much like what we'll do right here is we will insert Archer's red solo cup tower card moments into the situation and see if you guys are actually on your energetically guided path, okay? And maybe you watch the reading where the car originally was and the one where the car goes to gives you a bigger perspective, or just watch all 3. Help yourselves, do whatever you want, free will, it's cool. All right, so let's take a moment and let's insert some tower card moments. Here we go. No peeking. Oh yeah, no rules to pick a card. Never mind. Cha cha cha. All right, you ready? Let's see what happens. Here we go. Well, that's not as bad as it used to be. That's cool. Anyways, there's only one shift. Check this out. This is kind of cool. The Batmobile got left at the Titanic Tarot. Okay, just like Ghostbusters 2, the Titanic finally arrived. Better late than never. And oh wait, no, the Batmobile is the one in the same spot. Yep, did I just say that? It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm not even here right now, I'm channeling. But Kit and the white Jeep, they did a flip-flop switcheroo. Some of you guys might be experiencing a runner-chaser dynamic shift or a mindset shift or somebody doing a 180 and coming back, because Kit is now over on the Biblical Tarot and the white Jeep has made it to the Rockstar Tarot. All right, so this is going to get rather interesting. Let's begin. M's got the elevator stuck in their head. I'm sorry. And poor TikTok can't even see Bill and Ted over here in the corner. I'm strumming on the guitars. But Batmobile stayed true. All right? So if you actually did pick the Batmobile and the Titanic Tarot, you're on your energetically guided path. You guys here, you got a runner chaser dynamic flippity flop plot twist energy. All right? So, hi TR1710, April, May, June. All right, let's see where we go. We're going to begin. Take it from the top. Whatever message is coming out, highest and greatest good, etc. and so forth. Let's begin. All right, starting with the Batmobile. All right, from my left to your left. Figure that one out. All right, you guys ready? Lightseer Empress, what up? Here we go. Ah, thanks, Supernova. Spinny hugs. All right, let's put Batman, put the Batmobile at 10:30. Here we go. What up, Batmobile? How you doing? I'm Batman. I know, I'm Archer. You're Batman. Hey, focus. All right, let's see what's going on. Think about your person. All right, and God, tap me in, tune me into the energies of those who selected the Batmobile. Give me everything you got for them and the one on their minds. What do we have for the Batmobile? There we go. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles, because this is taking forever to go anywhere. Knight of Pentacles on the Hanged Man. The cards of you being tired of having patience because you feel as if you've waited long enough. And it's got you frustrated because you love them, but you almost feel like you've got no choice but to walk away, right? I do see on the Eight of Swords as the Ace of Wands, though, the silence between the two of you guys that's a little self-imposed in the head might be having you guys a little frustrated. Because of the Ace of Wands, it does still show a little spark or a passion between the two of you guys, a bit of that red thread theory, that it's just getting ready to begin again, all right? It's not a thing about getting back together and picking up where you left off, but starting again and fresh. This time around, this is a very good vibe that on this energy, when you guys come to fruition, the Knight of Pentacles is the energy of the slow burn, because the Knight of Pentacles is the one that makes it to the finish line. It's my U.S. Postal Service card in the tarot. Maybe you or your person work for the post office, because neither rain or sleet or snow or hail stops the Knight of Pentacles from delivering the Ace of Pentacles to its appointed rounds. And I'm feeling some vibes of fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you or your person might be, Gemini, Pisces, and also, that would be Taurus. Okay, so let's see where we go. Give me 7 cards, and let's take it from there. We have the Ten of Swords, yeah. Tired of overthinking, tired of having this on your mind. It's becoming a lot. With the Queen of Swords to the Ten of Cups, you just want peace. And I noticed this morning as we were doing cards and coffee that the Ten of Cups came out for every single super chat question. That tells me in the week ahead and even into tomorrow's All Signs on Friday, the Ten of Cups is going to be the it card going forward through the rest of the month and into Aquarius season. Remember, there's no time in these readings. From whenever you find it, add a month to it because we're pulling on the end of energies, okay? But Queen of Swords means wanting to have a little bit of peace. It's Abigail the Peacemaker in the tarot, all right? It's Lady Duff Gordon in the Titanic tarot. This could show that you might come from a little bit of like elevated royalty, some of your ancestors. So you may have a deeper connection into the Akashic records, could have some strong air energy in your chart, and you may be on a quest or a level up for knowledge right now as a result of your awakening. The Strength card, the World card comes in the Six of Wands. Wow, Leo just dominated this row. Check this out. And the Queen of Wands. I can't ever pull out the Titanic tarot without seeing my girl Violet Jessup show up. I like her. This girl's stories gets very interesting. We were just talking about this earlier on TikTok too, that we suspect that her and Charles Lightoller might have had a thing going on. Shh. Anyways, there's some really neat stuff. I've been thinking I should do, let me know in the comments if I should do another Titanic Spirit Box session. We were talking about it. I might do another one. All right, we might have to have a ghost story night. Are you afraid of the dark? That might be a trigger I just unlocked. Is that a childhood memory? Maybe you or them, somehow that show resonates? But this person wishes they'd been ready when you were, all right? Because this shows you guys have tried this more than once, and it always seems to, something goes off on it, right? Because Violet Jessup, she's, the biggest part of her life story is that she survived sailing on the Titanic and both of Titanic's sister ships, the Olympic and the Britannic. Those ships had a habit of running into things. But anyways, even after the sailing on the Britannic and it being sunk during World War I, especially with the energies right now, that basically the big planet energies rival the late 1800s. Wonder what happened back then. And then you've got the calendar year matching 1942's calendar year. What happened that year? Anyways, it's not so much about worrying about World War III, but about Civil War II. All right? Anyhow, keep your scanners peeled. Wait, that's the wrong car. I need Knight Rider for that reference. Anyhow, that's my name. Don't wear it out. I am your pop 80s culture tarot reader. Anyhow, Strength card of the Six of Wands shows that there is a successful energy here. Once both of you guys have been through your tests and leveled up, that in the 5 stages of the separation phase that the Five of Cups represents in my tarot, that's telling me that you guys have already at some point made it to stage 4 where you guys have tried to make it work One of you guys weren't ready and the lesson had to repeat. However, we haven't reached into the trifecta yet. That's coming up. Just because the calendar year says that we are now in 2026, that's Gregorian, that's not God, you know? So we're in the new year. We're still waiting to get out of the year of the snake, Zodiac Astrology, okay? We're still in the year of the snake. The year of the fire horse doesn't start until February, right? So that's the second alignment into the new energy. Then the third one that comes in is April 1st, April Fool's Day, which is the actual Zodiac start of the new year. All right, so there's 3 brand new go points that are getting ready to launch this into a direction that you've only dreamt about. You or them could be born on the 10th, and you might even be seeing repeating 10s, looking at the phone at like 10:10, the camera at 10:10, the clock at 10:10, and those numbers keep stalking you. But in the Six of Wands, to the Strength card, there is success written in the energies on this one. That they really wish they'd been ready when you were, because maybe they let their family get in the way, or because their family had judged them their whole life. Yeah, because on the Six of Wands in the Titanic Tarot, that's Molly Brown. The one, she's shown here giving the award to Captain Rostron of the Carpathia, all right, for coming and saving the survivors, right? In reality, a truth is coming to light, because everybody knows Molly Brown is the unsinkable Molly Brown. Thank you, 1960s musicals. In reality, the true unsinkable heroine of the Titanic was Violet Jessup. So this shows that somebody who was being a little misrepresented is coming into a point of authenticity, right? Their mask fell off. Nothing against Molly Brown. She was cool. Anyways, Denver societies. What about Denver resonates? Interesting. All right, give me a couple more cards on this. We do have strong air and fire in this. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Pisces and Aries are here so far. But the World card shows any sign, which does show that you guys are coming to a point that your entire charts are leveling up and you're ready to become those kingdom spouses that you both have been working so hard to go through. 3 of Pentacles, and your guardian angels have been helping do all the work behind the scenes while you guys have been working on your healing. 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Magician. So it's like this person just focused on their work or their job. They never really did move on, okay? With the Magician card, it's that they're working to bring you back in, okay? So you guys are both transforming each other. In fact, some of you guys might even be into tarot, read tarot yourself, or you could even have a channel online, all right? But some of you guys might even be learning about tarot. Totally possible. But the 6 of Pentacles shows the breadcrumbing energy, Taurus vibes on this one, where they would just never fully commit, always had a reason to not show up. Some of you guys could have lived at a distance. But the thing on this is that when they were in your energies, it was cool. Something actually was on a level here, like, it's kind of like their whole lack of maturity, which led to that lack of intimacy between the two of you, because of how much they were judged their whole life. It's what led to their temper and their player ways like this, where they were just kind of breadcrumbing and nickel and diming you with the love department, you know? So the thing on it, though, is that it's almost like you had to cut this out or take a break from it, because it's almost like they were a bit of a tease, right? But your guardian angels are working to build this back better. The power of prayer is working. Some of you guys might even just be getting more into it. But, so, somebody here, as an interesting side note, somebody here might be diabetic or hypoglycemic, okay? I'm literally seeing somebody checking their blood sugar levels. But, you know, there is something rather taboo about this relationship that led to indecisiveness. Like maybe the family doesn't approve, or the family was getting involved, maybe different race, different religions. Some of you might be a same-sex relationship. The 4 of Swords shows that the time apart was what was needed in order for each of you guys to be able to cut out the energies getting in the way. And it feels like they had more stuff going on their side than you did, though, right? Yeah, with the Chariot. In the pause and the silence with the Page of Swords, that is them checking you out online. They have been making posts about you, all right? So it's not just so much that they're just stalking you digitally online, but the stuff they're posting on their socials are all geared in a direction towards you, whether you see it or not, because they are learning the lesson, okay? It's kind of like they really did want to be with you, but their depression from their parents maybe telling them that they're a disappointment, maybe something like that is what led to them never feeling like good enough for anything, that bled out onto this. Somebody that had like a narcissistic parent meets an avoidant parent, and it was their upbringing. They didn't know any better. But the time apart has given them the time to level up and break through that barrier. Cancer and Aries energy in the fact that the Emperor drives the chariot into a great battle that they arrive victorious from. So even for those of you that live at a distance, it's almost like the energies that they're finally trying to get out of their current life situation, and they're wanting to go somewhere new in a direction with you. Sagittarius and Pisces energy on that. Some of you guys, you or them might be born on the 6th, the 16th, or the 4th. The 1st is here, the 3rd, 31st, the 10th. The 10th, the 20th, or the 30th, because there's a lot of repeating 10s showing up, along with repeating 6s. Capricorn vibes too. And that 666 is not all a bad number. Check it out as its angel number. It's more about the motivation, all right? Some of you guys are getting to the point on this 4 of Swords to the Chariot that you're ready to tell them that they are a disappointment and be like, well, the family wasn't that wrong, right? For some of you guys, the family sided with you, didn't they? Right? And the crosswatcher's like, Mom, Batmobile's up to it again. And they're like, yeah, Batmobile had their act together. So somebody's like reading them the right act on their side of the fence. And even in that pause that was needed, it's like the timeout's allowing you guys to grow. The Page of Swords pop back out in reverse, which means they're done snooping, spying, and talking to you digitally. That they were stubborn. It took a long time to learn this lesson, but they're coming through it, okay? That they needed to cut out the energies of where they were at in order to have a clean start with you. And it's actually the experience of your guys' past that's growing them into the right energy. Here's why. Henry Wilde, this is the chief officer of the Titanic. He wasn't supposed to be there, right? I mean, now when I channel Chief Officer Wilde, he's like, yeah, I was not supposed to be there. Don't learn your job well. Because he knew the RMS Olympic like the back of his hand, so much so that Captain Smith transferred him over to the Titanic. All right? So that was David Blair's best day ever because he got booted off Titanic. David Blair's like, bye. So fast that he took the keys to the binoculars with him, too. However, this does show that the things are being lined up for both of you guys to learn the lessons from the past. So it's not being scared of history repeating itself so much as learning from those past triggers so that when you guys come back together, you're in that newer vibe that it becomes a slow burn. Get to know each other starting from scratch. Like, I'll bet you they don't know your favorite color. Got to learn that, right? What's their favorite food? You totally know it. Favorite hoodie? Exactly. They had to learn about you. They never made time for you. And they were always somewhat of a downer. Because I'm kind of seeing like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, right? The whole thanks for noticing me, you know, that kind of thing. Fun fact, did you know, random conspiracy theory, that basically Winnie the Pooh is just talking about the 5 personality disorders and that they are all figments of Christopher Robin's imagination. Do with that what you, who here's a conspiracy theorist? If this reading's resonating to you and you dig a nice conspiracy, post me up some conspiracies down in the comments. And I don't want the standard jet fuel don't melt steel. We got to go deep. I studied Paul is Dead as a hobby. All right? Yeah, the Olympic and the Titanic were switched. Not interesting. Anyhow, I dig it. Let's have fun. But anyways, the Titanic was actually sent to start the Federal Reserve because the 3 most richest people that opposed the Federal Reserve were on board the ship. Anyways, just follow the money. What? Huh? I don't know. Okay, give me an outcome. They were made to feel like they never had control of their own life, which is what led to the indecisiveness and the control freak nature, right? The answers, Lisa, the answers. The Book of Enoch is a good read. The Book of Mary Magdalene's even better. Thomas had a good one too. The answers. Anyhow, check it out, the 5 of Wands, lessons learned, and ready to proceed forward towards that 6 of Wands. You guys have literally been in energy training all the way forward. I love this for you guys. So them rising above this with the lessons learned, I'm feeling here that there is that one despite all of this, that this is the one inside internally that like you were like, I hate them, but if they came correct, this would be the one person I might consider forgiving, right? You may not show it to anybody else, but behind those walls, you're like, yeah, I'd forgive them. That's actually the drive that's driving this. One of the big things that keeps this on a pause, I've been mentioning it in the channel a few times, is that if either party in the 2 of Wands is like, let them reach out, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. God's like, not ready, we'll wait. So once it's at a point of true forgiveness, then the communication comes in. And that could be on either side of the fence. Does not have to be on your side. Maybe the other side of the fence is still a little bit in that vibes of like, I'm going to make them squirm a little bit. God's like, nope, not ready yet. Haven't finished the lesson. Try again. Right? But this is getting ready to happen. And with this being an energetic pull for the end of January, I can easily pinpoint this with looking at the numbers especially at the major arcana showing up, that I want to put it at about an 87% chance. Okay, bonus points if you're a person or a life path 7 or 8, or born on the 7th or the 8th. Okay, but with these two major arcanas, you got about an 87% chance of this happening before the end of January. All right. There is a union, energetical weather front approaching that'll make you very glad you didn't give up on this. I love it. All right. You've got Cancer and Leo pretty strong here with Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Aries. And there's also Taurus. And something about the repeating 4s, the repeating 6s come in on this one as well too. All right. So I do hope that helps. Thank you so much for being here. Please hype and like the reading. Subscribe, be a part of the fam if you're new. Otherwise, until next time, I'll see you then. All right, if you want to book a reading or check out everything else channels offer, just scan the QR code or use the link in the description, pin comment, and it's pinned in my bio. Thanks for the repost, Amanda. I just said hi to Amanda. The name Amanda may resonate to this Batmobile. All right, so I hope that helps. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Dylan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fam. What up, what up? Thank you, good sir. All right, Olga, hi. All right, how you guys doing over here? Supernova. What's up, Janet? Hey, Shells. All right, now. Oh, wait, hold on. Titanic goes, hold on. Virgo moon. This has to go in the right spot. There we go. Now we're good. All right, thank you, Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Archer. Never mind. Who likes watching Leverage? I love that show. I thought Nate was awesome. He was the mastermind. Parker was my favorite. I totally dug Parker. But anyway, I don't know how that resonates. You are very welcome. Hey, Naz, what up, what up? Oh, we'll have to do some longer ones sometime. Oh, but you know what else too, Naz? Like, watch the other readings. They may tie in too. Like, think about it. If your person was here, what would your person have picked? There's still 2 other readings. You might be like, oh my God, they all resonate. What's up with that? All right, so let's see where it goes. Okay, wasn't Leverage? It was totally awesome. It's still on, what's it on Amazon Prime? Because they got a reboot of it that we watch. It's good. Yeah, Redemption. That's the one, Stephanie. I love that show. Oh my gosh. Elliot and Hardison. Age of the Geek, baby. Age of the Geek. Give me my orange soda. I'll be just fine. Just 2 good guys behind the wheel, chasing down bad guys in Lucille. Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to move over to Kit. If you picked Kit, he was originally on the Rockstar Tarot, but due to Tower card shifts, he has been guided to the Biblical Tarot. So both of these readings may resonate, okay? All right, let's do Kit at 28. Hey, Kit, what up? How you doing? Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for being a part, subscribing. If you do want to book a reading or check out anything else, just scan the QR code, use the description box, or the bio, all right? So let's see what we got going on. Here we go. Your cat's named Batman? That's so cool. I love it, Godstar. All right, here we go. Some of you guys could be seeing repeating 3s. All right, God, tap me in, tune me in to Kit's energy. Give me everything you got for the Night Industries 2000. What's up with KITT? The 3 of Wands into the 6 of Cups. It's another reflection coming back around. Somebody in the 6 of Cups has been taking the time to reflect back, and it's a bit of that nostalgic feeling that they're trying to revive the good vibes cards, okay? It's like they want to get back to where the times were good. Remember how it was when you guys first met and there was the cutesiness, the texting was more fun, emojis and that, and then it started getting all serious, right? So we'll see where this goes. 3 of Wands. This shows after a long time in the distance between you guys, which I do feel is rather like a metaphorical distance, that it gets restored, okay? The Queen of Swords, Abigail the Peacemaker on the King of Pentacles. This brings a bit of emotional maturity in, and it brings the end to a dismissive, avoidant energy. So it does feel like if you picked Kit and you were guided over here to the Biblical Tarot, that there could be a bit of avoidant that you've been dealing with, right? We'll see where it goes. Let's go, buddy. Give me everything you got, Kit. Doot, 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 doot. I got the gas pedal. But then I didn't buy the steering wheel because I wanted Ted, so I bought the guitar. Anyways, you don't care about that. Random Archer fact. All right, we have the 2 of Cups. This could be like a twin flame or a soulmate vibe, but going more towards soulmate. With the Moon card onto the Judgment card, there are shifts, and this shows that your dreams have been starting to get a little wilder. Some of you guys haven't dreamt in a long time and recently have started seeing them, while for others, The dreams have been continuing, but they're starting to show you reflections back. Because as your person starts with this Judgment card reflecting back on themselves like you've been doing, but remember how you've been feeling more like it must be me. You're looking and we're thinking it's like the Taylor Swift song. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. But it's not. The Judgment card being the 20th card, it takes two to have an argument. It takes two to fix it. It takes two to make up, two to break up, right? You've taken responsibility for your actions. We have to make sure they have too. Your dreams are showing you previews of the future with Jacob's dreams at Bethel in there. Oh, hold it. I got to hold the deck the right way. We have the Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords, into the Page of Cups. So this shows that things are changing in both of your lives to bring you guys together for a love offer. The Knight of Swords, that's Aquarius energy and God making chess moves down here to get you guys ready to be together, okay? Eight of Cups shows an elevation, strong Pisces energy in this reading, all right? Also Scorpio and Aquarius comes in, plus Cancer, a lot of water, okay? There's a lot of emotions in this, okay? But the Eight of Cups, some of you guys could even be born on the 8th, or your person is, or the repeating 8s are showing up. I also feel the vibes on repeating 5s coming out too, which in the Bible, that is a spiritual level of alchemy coming in, all right? The 5s in the Bible represent, it's a sign of grace. This shows you maintaining a place of grace, being kind, and them maybe still being a little bit more of a meaner energy, throwing digs instead of speaking with grace and kindness, okay? So the vivid dreams recently are giving you these little bits of previews on the love offer coming in. That's why some of them have been showing how you've been grappling with things, okay? Because you're seeing dreams that really don't even resonate into the current time space. Because there's a timeline in the multiverse theory where you two worked out. There's a multiverse where you guys never even met. There's one where you guys have been childhood buddies, right? So you're getting little glimpses and dreams into alternate timelines that you both have existed and interacted with. That's quantum. That's deep. The Five of Pentacles. This shows here healing after opening the door up, especially for those of you that you closed the door on this because like you got to a point that you couldn't handle anymore, you know? They're denying their feelings for you all the time and you don't know why. But it's like, maybe they just don't like you or something, or they just don't care. But I don't feel the vibes off of this. It's almost like they try to control you in the silence, right? Somebody that they'll reach out, unblock you, send a passive-aggressive text, and then turn right back around and block you. Almost to the point that you're like, if this is what we do, why even respond anymore, you know? Some of you guys could be a Gemini or a Pisces. Somebody may even have a Pisces or Gemini stelliums in their charts. But they're kind of acting like that they're focused on other things here, but they're lying. Did this person have a habit of lying? Hold on, I gotta get some more cards. They're lying. What are they lying about? Hold on. Give me more on this Eight of Cups and the Judgment card. There we go. The Devil. They're lying about the fact that they're frickin' obsessed with you. I don't pull vibes of like anything on that Devil card of like addictions or things. It's straight up obsessions. That 80s song, You Are an Obsession, You're My Obsession. That song may even resonate to you guys because this shows here that they're lying about the fact that they moved on. So they're still in that energy of using silence to control you and try to set you off or trigger you. Because in the Five of Swords, this shows they hadn't fully finished or got over it. This is why they haven't reached out yet. The Five of Swords represents the 5 stages of grief, that if they haven't fully processed through it to see things from a Six of Swords perspective and think outside of the box, God will pause the connection so they don't reach out in a place of negativity. They've got to be ready and in a place of goodness to approach you properly, right? They can't keep lashing out at you and making these weird little passive-aggressive digs. It's almost like fire sign energy. You or them could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, because it's like their pants were on fire. When they opened their mouth, you knew they were lying, making up stuff to cover up. And that's what they're still doing now. They try to go around behind the scenes telling people in your friends group or in your digital group that, oh, I don't care about it. They're avoiding it, right? Let me see if I can find out why. Because behind the scenes with the Knight of Swords, God making chess moves to bring you guys closer together, it says that he knows the direction things are supposed to go. Thank you. The Two of Swords, so they're facing the test. The White Rabbit might even have showed up on the Five of Cups, at least to the Seven of Swords. They got found out. Some of you guys might even have bought into this, or like you busted them Like they left their phone face up once, or you saw text messages, saw their WhatsApps, and things were like, whoa, this is getting way out of hand. You know what I mean? With everything that comes in on this one, like something about travel may resonate. Somebody might even live near water, because in the Five of Cups, they feel like they missed the boat. And this Five of Cups here represents the 5 stages of the separation phase, which is why you guys keep going on through a makeup breakup energy before they totally ghosted. Because in that short I put here on the channel, you can find it here on the channel, the short that explains the 5 stages of the separation phase. It's that short with the big Batman building from Nashville, the AT&T building. Does somebody work in communications or even works at like a cell phone company or something? Right? The thing on this is Two of Swords, the Page of Cups on that you guys have tried to make this work a few times, even with moving, relocating, things like that, to really try to do everything to make it work. And the vibes on it is that each time you attempted, one of you guys hadn't done the work. I feel like it's them. And so each time it came around, the lesson had to repeat because they hadn't learned the lesson. Because you've gone through massive changes. Pisces energy on this, also Scorpio and Cancer, Libra's here, Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and there's also Scorpio and Aries. Okay, strong water. There's a lot of emotions. Something about a water ride, or like, because I'm seeing the log ride that used to be at, whoa, this is a childhood memory, Boblo Island. Used to be an amusement park island right off the coast of Metro Detroit in the Detroit River. But maybe something about a water ride or an amusement park or something like that resonates into this somehow. Okay? Some of y'all might be cardinal energies. I'm really feeling a lot of Cancer, Libra, Aries, Capricorn on this. But then the fixed energy is kind of there too. Especially because, like, you know how long they stood by the lie? Believe the lie till it becomes truth, right? They got busted. They got found out in the Two of Swords that they were lying about you. And somebody called them out on it, all right? So the directions that this is going is by them getting called out, they're getting their ego put in check, right? And that's what's taking them into a different direction. So the thing that comes out, though, is that, like, I think they're trying to make you jealous, right? Either the stuff that they're posting online or the stuff you're hearing about them, right? It's like they've led you to believe they're doing something else or involved with somebody else, but with their karma that was involved into it, they couldn't go that route. They only had to go that route to find, once they made that choice, the other person backed out and flaked on them. That was their karma, all right? And even if it was just their own ego, that they chose to be like, I'm just not ready for a relationship, a fear of commitment that came in on it, right? It was like the 80% of the world's trying to be single. And it's almost like they thought by telling you that they were going in another direction, that it would be easier to get you to leave, like, to leave them. Like, instead of firing you, they wanted to drive you to quit. Some of you guys might work together. But the thing on that is, they regret the choice, because the minute they made the choice, whether it was another person, a mindset, singlehood, work, whatever it was, it backfired and didn't work out. And now they're obsessed about you. So they even saved all your photos in the phone. They didn't change it, erase it, get rid of them. Some of you guys, they even still have their password on their phone as your birth date. The Knight of Pentacles, this is another vibe, okay, that this is a slow burn. It's not about, I got to make a post about this, because it's not about coming back together, picking up where you guys left off. We're energetically closing that energy out, all right? We're still in the year of the snake energetically, even though the calendar shows it's January. So on this one here, once we culminate in that, things will elevate more, where this goes to the next level. All right, so if you guys aren't talking, they make contact. If you guys already are, they start getting more serious, opening up and being more vulnerable, okay? Because it's kind of like on the vibes of the Five of Pentacles, you guys had to try to close the door on this and move forward. Whether it was deleting old text messages, deleting old pictures, something in your vibes, in your energy was like, I have to do what's best for me. And you figured that was the close off and the disconnect. In other words, it was erasing the old energies so that when you guys got back together, you could start fresh without reminiscing into it. That's why they're thinking back to when things started and it was good before things got crazy. They become more reflective. Some of you guys, you or them, could be born on the 28th or the 25th. The 5th is here. The repeating 5s are out again. That's that energy in the Bible. The repeating 5s, that's a sign of grace. Okay? So you're in the right place. The 27th, the 7th, I'm seeing repeating 2s. The 18th is here. The 15th, 25th, the 11th, maybe even the 12th, the 21st, or the 20th, and possibly even the 4th or the 8th. There's the 8, there's the 8, there's the 13. Oh, I didn't bring up the 13th into the 10. The 10 of Cups goes forward, okay? This thing here in the 10 of Cups to the Death card is the dream of the transformation, especially for those of you that did the prayer and wonders why God won't take them out of your life, right? God, if this person's not meant to be for me, get rid of them. And they still come around. It's because you're the sole catalyst to their transformation, right? That's why you guys came together in the first place. It's like in this energy, you guys are both still thinking that the other person has moved on or doesn't care, and yet both of you still do. It's almost like you guys are trying to out-stubborn each other. I could be reading for 2 fixed signs, like strong Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius vibes in this one, right? Because the thing on this is that they wanted to be independent, Scorpio 8th house energy, or just thought they could keep this going with like, I don't know why, but I'm hearing NSYNC song, No Strings Attached, right? With no strings attached. Some of you guys, this has been a long time too, almost to the point that you figured they may have moved on, all right? Could be like with the repeating 8s, the repeating 2s. For some of you guys, could be 2 years, 8 years, 9 years, 5 years. And for some of you guys, it's like just over the weekend. So the real question on this is who caves first? Because they don't want to be single anymore. They want you. You're making them change your minds, right? And bringing it into a new direction. The Knight of Cups is a love offer that you thought would never happen. Something very unique and original, okay? With the Empress. Some of you guys may have kids, and if not, it's actually in the future energies that you guys come back together, and it happens, okay? Because we have 2 signs that are kind of like trying to out-stubborn each other. But they're going to try to make good on this. It's almost like energetically, you know they're getting ready to do something. You can just feel it. You're like, I know this is getting ready to happen. 2 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Chariot. There is a spark getting ignited with the Hermit card. Some of you guys, they might have had to go to anger management, maybe rehab, something to get them on point, on track. But your prayers in the 9 of Cups are being answered to get us full circle to the Queen of Swords, where you get to an energy of peace. The name Abigail might even resonate to you guys with Abigail the Peacemaker showing up. King of Pentacles to the Sun card shows that even in the silence, they have been working on achieving a point of emotional maturity so that they're ready for something long-term with you and putting an end to the entitlement that they were in before. There's still a spark between the 2 of you guys on the Ace of Wands to the Chariot that allows them to burst through that wall and come back and correct this time. All right? Even though it's been a long time on this one, it's like they want to make good on it because here's how they're going to try to make good on it, though, because this time you're going to know that they've changed because it'll be like unlike the other times, okay, where they just tried to get your attention with their attention-seeking behavior, thinking with the wrong chakra. And they're going to wind up making good on that. So the incoming message from them is one that's going to be more genuine. Almost to the vibes that you are surprised beyond belief. Because they may start talking the talk at first. And you're like, this is too good to be true. But they actually will walk the walk. Because the Emperor drives the Chariot into a battle they return successfully from. All right? There's still a connection between the 2 of you guys to restore this. That's why they've still been on your mind. And something about the color purple may even resonate to you. All right? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy is here. Then you've got Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Pisces. There's a lot of water on this reading. Libra, Virgo, and Leo, and Gemini. Okay? Doesn't got to be the sun signs. Just the main part of the chart's being activated. Okay? Otherwise, thank you very much for being here. I do hope it helps. Please type and like the reading on your way out. Leave a comment down below. And until next we meet, peace, love, and spinny hugs. All right. Love you, kid. Good job, buddy. All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, being here. I know it's kind of a weird point in the day, but we decided to go with super cards. Juanita, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fam. Purple Moon, what's up? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you. Spinny hugs. All right. It is on YouTube, Jack. Absolutely. And I'm going to see if I can get it edited up and uploaded along with the All Signs to TikTok. But yeah, it is available on YouTube, so you can check the other ones out. Totally. Thank you guys for hanging out, too. Love the like for you. You guys just totally deserve it. A95X, what up? All right. I'm sure nobody really expected this to happen, but it's cool. Hey, Judy. Judy, what up? Good to see you. Did you shoot me an email? Did you send me an email? I think you had an email to send me. Check your inbox if I'm thinking of the right Judy, but I'm glad you showed up. Hi. All right, let's move on. Next up, the white Jeep. What's up, Jeep Wave? If you're your person, drive a Jeep, that's totally cool. Crystal's on the YouTubes. Yes. Hi, Destiny. What up? So yeah, this is available on YouTube, and then I'll get it chopped up, edited up, so I can get it posted over on to TikTok and that. So what's up? Hi, Gigi's in the house. You guys are awesome. Yes, Josie, you guys are going to work out just cool. Right now, the only reason you're not is just because he needs to get his finances in order so he can be ready to be a good man. Even though you're not worried about it, if he showed up right now, you'd be footing the bills for the bulk of the finances, all right? He's getting himself in order so you guys can wind up being married. Hi, good afternoon from the United States. What up, Lovely Williams? Thanks for being here. You're awesome, awesome. Thank you. All right, let's dig forward. Here we go. I am good. What's up, Camilla? How you doing? Winter Goosey, what's up, what's up? Winter Goosey, you just made me think of a cool, old school, a math thing. King Hector's dear mother, Lucy Goosey, died Christmas morning. It's like the PEMDAS thing. Oh my God, that's cool. That's a childhood memory unlocked. If you picked the white Jeep, even being guided over the Rockstar Tarot, you might actually be a gate kid. You remember going into that room in school and that awesome person would just sit there and talk to you while they wrote down notes and they had the cool pink drink and stuff and the old headphones. So yeah, you might be a gate kid. All right, let's dig in. We're going to put the white Jeep will be at, I want to put it at 4545. That's its timestamp because we were just talking about that message I channeled. So what's up, white Jeep? Thank you for being here. If you did pick the white Jeep, you were divinely guided over to the Rockstar Tarot. So there may be something in both the Biblical Tarot and the Rockstar Tarot for you. Sorry, Virgo Moon, I had to put that over there. Okay, let's go. God, tap me into the white Jeep's energy. Seven of Wands came out reversed. A little bit more of that stubbornness energy. It's like they regret ghosting you out of the blue. It wasn't expected. It was going in the right direction and didn't go anywhere, right? Eight of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands and the Justice card shows they made a knee-jerk reaction and they made the wrong choice. Like they showed up, you guys hung out, things were going well, and then when you least suspected it, like Ozzy Osbourne, they vanished, they ghosted, right? But Eight of Pentacles, the song You Were Always on My Mind may resonate, because I'm hearing that off of Willie Nelson with Trigger here on the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody here might even be a musician or a singer-songwriter. That Seven of Wands, the Justice card on the Ten of Pentacles, maybe some of you guys live together or somebody's a real estate agent. But the Ten of Pentacles of Justice shows that once they've gotten into a point that they've achieved the balance that this represents, Libra energy, getting the left and the right brain, the masculine and feminine energies in order, that in the Ten of Pentacles, this is manifesting into something that goes 10 plus years. Because the Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy, talks about bringing those Ten of Cups dreams into Ten of Pentacles reality. So there is something long-term in the cards for you guys. All right, we're connected in. Let's see where it goes. They might just be a little slow to remove the obstacles, okay? Let's see where we go. All right, give me 2 shuffles for the white Jeep. Let's do it to it. Here we go. Hold on, they're not done yet. The Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. They used to do a lot of breadcrumbing, right? And yet they're coming into more of a point of emotional balance for that. The Ten of Swords says they're kind of tired of their old same games, their old same antics. They outgrew the phase, so to speak. Something about personalized license plates might even resonate on this one. We got to find out why they'd ghost you. The butterflies are showing back up again too. And I'm seeing something about like a butterfly, what are those things at like a zoo? A butterfly atrium or something, right? Like a botanical garden maybe? That might resonate somehow. Or somebody works at a florist or a nursery, something like that. All right, give me 2 shuffles. Let's dig in. Here we go. 1 and 2. Let's love this deck for the white Jeep. Here we go, Jeep wave. Overall energy is the Queen of Pentacles. Some balance on this one that comes in, all right? This shows here they had to embrace the feminine energy more. Somebody was almost too logical, too over-analytical, leading to a lot of indecisiveness that they needed to get their emotions in check because they kept treating you more like an employee instead of a partner. Maybe you guys worked together, or this was just somebody that was a workaholic. But in the Queen of Cups, they're discovering what real love is. And with the Six of Wands, like Slash here, they're ready to go the distance with you. That's a fun, successful energy. And something about Jupiter getting ready to go into Leo later on is going to be a very cataclysmic moment for you two. That real love along with maturity comes in, all right? They got both this in order. And something about the finances. Some of you guys might even have had to financially support them before. We got the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the King of Swords. That's a lot of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. But Cancer's here too. Some of you guys may be experiencing repeating fours. The Four of Pentacles. See? Work was a little bit too much for this person, right? Then the Eight of Wands shows that this is actually still moving forward, that you guys are still on the paths to work things out and come back together. Even with the ghosting, the real question is, they're wondering if you'll forgive them for what they did. The Knight of Swords into the Knight of Pentacles, because this has been a long time. And they couldn't just bail out on you like this, all right? For some of you guys, they surprised you because you found out later that like they had family living at a distance, or they went with a third party or something, right? Some of you guys might even already have kids together in this one. But there's like, you guys are having telepathic fights in your head together with the cords still being connected, because they were the ones that were slow walking this thing with the Eight of Swords, right? That they were the ones holding this back on their own. So they've almost got you feeling like that they've got you trapped. And they're holding something over your head almost like leverage. Oh, we were talking about leverage earlier, the TV show. See, everything we talk about ties into a reading. Oh, wow. Dude, there might totally be something in the Knight Rider deck for you, the biblical deck. Anyways, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles talks about God making moves down here to bring you guys back together, okay? So this is the vibes that the karma they received for they had to go in this direction. So the vibe that, the thought that you wouldn't be able to move on is kind of what's driving them crazy. I really think they felt like they could have you held in place, but you're almost to a point where you're getting past it because they keep showing up and getting in the way of things. And the direction they chose on this one, it's like they're thinking that you've moved on and found someone else. Because whatever the direction they went, it didn't work out. And that was their karma, right? The vibes I really feel I can pull on this one is that due to the attention-seeking energies that they had, they kept entertaining other options, or because they were in a pending separation, a divorce, a breakup, they started entertaining you, and then some of you guys, they decided to go back to an ex and fix something, and that was the closure of a lesson because that ex railroaded them, okay? Whoever the person is they chose, all right? And I know normally tarot readers don't jump right to third party, but I can't help it on this one. This person had to have multiple people entertain them. They turned into a walking red flag, right? Even while trying to avoid it or deny it. So it's like, what they get for going off on you is learning the lesson by having somebody go off on them, okay? In a way, trying to teach them, all right? The Strength card, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, it's their own choices. And these major arcana going across the board shows a major shift as a result of learning the lesson. There's the repeating fours. Now we're coming into repeating tens with the 10-10 showing up. 10 of Wands into the 10 of Pentacles. In that, okay, so the thing on this is it's like who has who blocked here, or who's going on this, okay? Because whoever has the other one blocked is the one that's really driving this forward, all right? Because for some of you guys, this was like an intimidating relationship, right? Where they would use their ego or whatever to attempt to keep you in control, right? Some of you guys could have been like through like verbal abuse or neglect, where you were just there to be around the corner, right? 10 of Wands to the Emperor. They had to get their ego in check. They had no situational awareness. They were only being about them, okay? For some of you guys, it feels like the addiction became a little bit more to deal with. Ace of Swords, 9 of Cups. But with that cord that's still going on with you guys, your prayers on the 9 of Cups, all right? This shows how much they were playing petty games with you, and they were doing it with multiple people's hearts. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers on the 9 of Cups. But that leads to the Ace of Swords. That's that hate text that comes in due to a tower moment in their life. It's happening exactly as you figured it would. The direction they went, that person did to them what they did to you. And it wound up putting them in a point where they had to sit and think about this. The repeating fours will confirm that. Pisces, Sagittarius, and Leo energy on this with Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer again, also Gemini and Virgo. Okay, Libra's here too. Something about Pink Floyd's The Wall, that record or that album may resonate. Or some of you guys just might have a memory back in college of watching The Wizard of Oz synced up to Pink Floyd's The Wall, which that is really cool to do. I love when you get to the point where the movie turns from black and white to color just as money starts. That doom, 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 doom. It's cool. So this person has reached a point on this Wheel of Fortune that they are finishing up the journey after having received and paid off the karma. All right? And this here is the roundabout, the Wheel of Fortune. This is the card of free will. And what this person did to you is the whole reason on the Ten of Wands why God sat there one day and what was I thinking when I made free will? It was a bad day that day. Right? Be like, where was my head at that day? I know. I still like when you flex though, it's cool. The Strength card. This person's unsticking themselves, right? Because the pride always goes before the fall. All right? They thought they could get away with this and have their cake and eat it too, but then it's like the other party found out about you, well, you found out about the other party, and the whole thing went south for the winner. And something about snowbirds may resonate. It might only be to the United States viewers, but like somebody that lives in the north and then travels south for the summer and the winter, and you know what I mean? All right? The entitlement needed to end with this one, and the fact that they never were ready to like settle down and lock down, Sagittarius energy, and that they were always looking for that next adventure, that next thing that goes, right? And the whole thing is that's why. Because there's a second chance warm front getting ready to approach on this, even more so for those of you that do have kids together with this, because like in reality, this person that was trying to be a third party came in as a soul lesson. So with the way this led to like, you are totally allowed to feel the pain of this heartbreak and the energies on it, because I'm seeing some of you guys, you sit in your car at night and you cry through things. You need that 20 minutes with your music jamming to just have it out before you go inside. And your angels are there beside you. Even in those moments, you're manifesting the communication you need in order for things to begin fresh, okay? For some, they were just addicted to drama. And they had to start fights because like they never had someone that gave them unconditional love. And so their intensities, they would just fly off the handle. Like, nobody ever loved them like you did, and that's what led them to the crash out moment, because they had to lose you in order to value what they had. They couldn't, Nine of Cups, run their old games on you because you wished them well into submission with the Tower card to the Five of Wands. The lessons learned. The Five of Wands talks about training, learning the lessons, and then getting ready to approach into the Six of Wands, the success. All right? In the 5 stages of the separation phase that's described in that short on the channel here, the one with the Batman symbol and the Batman building on it, you know, the AT&T building in Nashville, it shows that you guys have tried to have this work out a few times, but you're coming to the energy now that we're in the new year that you've made it to the 5th stage of the separation phase, and at this time you guys come around, you both actually have leveled up. All right? The posts you're seeing from them online that looks like they haven't changed their ways at all, it's the last few posts of that you're going to see, because they're experiencing a tower moment here so that they can get the activity and the energy right. The real question is are you willing to forgive them in the Knight of Wands? Because with the Star card, I'm seeing that when they do reach out, that's when you know that they've healed. God won't let them reach out until that happens, okay? It's like their mind games don't work on you anymore. That's what totally threw them off, okay? And whoever it is that the person's big ego needed to be put in check, that's what's happening right now. They're not reaching out, though, while they're going through the death of this ego and the old mindset so that they come in more humble for you. The strongest time for you guys is going to be during Aquarius season, and we're only a few days away from that happening. So this might actually happen sooner than you think, okay? You've got Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius here, Sagittarius. You or your person could be Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Libra again, Aries is here, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and that's more Gemini too. All right, Taurus if I didn't mention it. And you or them could be born on the 10th, the 20th, maybe the 8th. 18th is here with the 4th, the 24th, and the 13th is here. The 10th, the 5th, definitely seeing repeating 4s going into repeating 8s and 5s. And then the 17th, the 27th, the 25th, possibly even the 1st or the 11th. And you're going to start seeing more repeating numbers on this. And one confirmation that this whole energy is shifting and changing is if you've had problems with glitches, cell phone problems, cable lagging, TV service, Wi-Fi, anything like that is letting you know you guys are currently timeline jumping into one of the timelines where things work out this time for you guys, okay? So you'll be noticing even more Mandela effects, right? Not just the great Pop-Tart Mandela effect when it used to be spelt differently. You don't even remember that one because you've already jumped out of that timeline. You're like, wait, what? Exactly. It's freaky, all right? And something about March 1st and December 8th means something to some of y'all. Totally. All right, so I do hope that helps. This is going to be the ego death heard around the world, and you've been feeling it happening. So you are on point. It's getting ready to come in. I love that for you. I do hope this helps, White Jeep. Thank you very much for being here, being a part of this. If you want to book a personal or to check out everything else the channel has to offer, just scan the QR code. The link's in the description, pinned comment, and pinned in my bio. All right? Thanks for the follow, Nina. Thank you, darling. D, thank you, too. E. Doyles, what up, what up? All right. Guys, that was a fun little time, right? I'm glad we did this. We waited and let the cards decide if we were doing pick a card or fan message, and fan message was a good vibe. I dig it. All right? And thank you all for being here, too. So we'll be back tomorrow morning for an all signs, all right? And there will be another Cards and Coffee tomorrow afternoon, and then we make it into the weekend, and we can Fred Flintstone out of here at 5 p.m. Right? Yabba dabba doo. Guys, thank you very much. And remember, these readings will resonate to any placement in use or your person's chart, okay? Because it's not just about your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. We're FHA compliant here, and I read for any sign or placement that desires and inquires. All you got to do is ask. All right, guys, I think we're good. We are on our way. Have a good evening. And until next we meet, I shall see you then. Until then, peace, love, and spinny hugs. See you guys tomorrow, all right? Get some sleep. Eat us something. I'm a Cancer and Italian. Eat us something. Take care of yourselves. All right? No, I'm not going to do the take care of yourselves and each other. This is not Jerry Springer's final thought. It's Archer's show. I love you guys. I'll see you later.
I miss how it